Hey guys, how is everybody doing? If you are new, welcome to the channel. Now, for those of you that may not know, they are taping the reunion as we speak. Now, y'all know all of a sudden, Dr. Heavenly and Quad, I guess they just, for some reason, just don't like Phaedra anymore. And we've kind of been seeing that play out over social media. But we're going to get into what is going on at that reunion, what Dr. Heavenly and what Quad have been saying about Phaedra, and did this plan actually backfire? Because, we don't even know, or they may not even be coming back to this show. Well, Quad is simply not married to medicine, and Dr. Heavenly is just driving this show to shit.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Yes.
And I know some of y'all are like, where would the show be without Dr. Heavenly? Well, first of all, it wouldn't be ghetto, okay? She brings the show down. And as I stated before, if you were a doctor, would you be on the show? I wouldn't want to be on that show because a doctor, you have to understand, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, you either like them or you don't. Based on what I saw, yeah, I'm good on them. But let's kind of get into how Dr. Heavenly and Quad, for some reason or another, they kind of turned on Phaedra. And is this given like storyline too? Because I don't quite understand what happened. Now, I know that when Phaedra did come on the show, that her and Quad was hanging out. But I also understood what Phaedra said when she said she just didn't want to be involved in all of the mess that was going on with Quad because she simply hadn't been there and she really didn't have nothing to say. Well, over the season, we saw a lot of backlash with Dr. Heavenly and Phaedra. I'm sorry, Dr. Heavenly and I can't even get the lady name out, Quad. And we really haven't been provided with any sort of an explanation except Phaedra is a liar, which we already knew, but nobody has given us an explanation for any of the foolery that Dr. Heavenly and Quad has been spewing, including this.
Better. Phaedra is the type, and I've said it before, it's a delusion of grandeur. She wants to be bigger and better. She feels like she's better because she dresses better, because that's the only thing I can give her. She tries to dress up every time. She says she never comes out of her house without her face done up, her whole, you know what I'm saying, giddy up or whatever. And I'm telling the bitch, I'm married. You know what I'm saying? I've been married man 30 years. I'm not finna get up every day and put on a full face of 3 cakes of makeup and all of that. I'm not finna do all of that and get, you know what I mean? I just did get my hair done here recently because I was in a photo shoot. They got me about 3-4 wigs, okay? But Faye, nah, Toya, you ain't gonna get too much out of it. But I was glad that Toya asked. I was glad that Toya stood up and was like, bitch, we don't really know you. We don't know too much about you. You know what I'm saying? You've really been surfaced and you've been on the side of the scene. She tried to get in where she can fit in, like, oh no, everybody good. But anyway, that's Phaedra.
What was that? Like, we've been seeing this all over social media, particularly the dentist Dr. Heavenly's channel, where she has dragged Phaedra for filth. And I'm yet to see what actually did Phaedra do. If you guys recall, it was that whole lie that she started saying Phaedra didn't donate the money. Phaedra showed the receipts, and then the lie was she didn't pay it in time. Well, let's say she didn't pay it in time. She paid it before 2025. In 2024, she paid it in the beginning of the year. So a lot of this stuff just don't make sense, including this.
Why are you throwing all the shade at the new couples and why are you so pressed about Faye? I don't give a fuck what Faye do, okay? All I'm saying is we didn't know she was bringing no damn body. Lord Toxic. We didn't know she was bringing nobody. Don't nobody give a fuck. Last year she came by herself. Ain't nobody pressed. Why would I be pressed, Lord Toxic? You wasted your $5. Move that on. But since you said it, I'm going to go and put it out there. Phaedra already knew, damn it, chick. She knew him before the fucking speed dating, and she knew he was Apollo's friend. Now, she was trying to get a lick back just like Quad was trying to get a lick back. The problem was, this was the problem. The problem was, Apollo found out. So then he brings his wife. And his wife cursed the fuck Phaedra out, okay? I'm just lay it out, because I don't even give a damn no more, because you pissed me off, toxic, whatever your name is. But I was glad that she brought a date, because last time she sat around by herself, and you could tell she was kind of uncomfortable that she was on a couple's trip by herself. So I'm glad the man want to get his name out there in the world, and that it's a fake ass relationship, but he's trying to promote his businesses per what they say he said.
Well, what we do know is that Quad was definitely trying to get back at Dr. G, because she just said that. And I've been saying this the whole entire time. So we know just from this that Dr. Heavenly said Phaedra was trying to get back at Apollo, just like Quad was trying to get back at Dr. G. However, I don't believe Phaedra was trying to get back at Apollo, considering he's married, he moved on. Phaedra don't want Apollo. I mean, she's made it clear that when Apollo comes to pick up the kids, she meets him in the front of her house. Now, that's not giving somebody that gives a damn about what the next person thinks. So I don't know, but more so, and just more interestingly, Quad does an interview and she blames Phaedra for trying to get her fired. And I'm just like, girl, what? How and what?
Yeah. Y'all get along with Phaedra? I do. I get along with everybody. Well, for my man.
What about you, Quad? You know, I have always had an affection for Phaedra. We've kind of always been cool up until the television thing came on board with Married to Medicine, when I helped to bring her on board. And I did sit in on the audition tape or whatever for her or whatever. And I wanted her to be a part of the show. Thought she would be a great addition. Unfortunately, as I was trying to help her kind of usher her in, she was trying to usher me out. And so she created, there was a meeting that was led by her. I'm just saying what it is. There was a meeting that was led by her, George, to get me fired.
Whoa. Wow.
And that was before all the additional opportunities came, like, you know, Dancing with the Stars and I think it was Traders First, Dancing with the Stars, that then led to her coming back onto Atlanta House.
But you already had such a huge impact, so why would she think that they would get rid of you?
Well, it was a lot going on last season. You understand? And a lot of times people like to control you. Okay, and I'm not really one to be controlled. Okay. And I hear you, sis. I didn't say anything.
Quad is a damn liar if you ever in your life met one. First of all, we saw who was trying to get you fired. Why would Phaedra come on the show and Quad taking credit for Phaedra being on the show when we've already been told that Phaedra ended up being a part of that cast because she ran into, I believe it was Dr. Jackie and maybe Heavenly at a BravoCon event. But did y'all see how Quad tried to take responsibility for Phaedra being on that show, as if Phaedra does not know Andy's personal phone number and does not have those connections already? So no, Quad, darling, you did not bring Phaedra on this show. You had simply nothing to do with anything, as they do with all these reality shows. When they bring people on, they always pair them with somebody. So I don't know what that is giving, but it just seems like Dr. Heavenly and Quad came against Phaedra, but I'm just wondering if their plan has backfired, because as we know, Phaedra has posted she is in New York and she is ready for this reunion. But will they continue on this show? Let's get into what the dentist had to say if Phaedra showed up to this reunion.
This reunion, bitch, you better call Cadillac Kim, bitch, and get a read for you, because I'm coming for your ass. Do not lie on me, Phaedra. I do not like that shit. I would not have done that. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it to you or anybody else. Me and Phaedra was not in a bad place. We were not. I was cool with Phaedra until this, but you're not finna put all that on me. That was her scheme. But if she comes to this,
what? I was cool with Phaedra. This was the very woman going around saying that Phaedra was a liar, but Phaedra is posted up. She is ready. She is in New York, so ready for the reunion. But my question is, did all of this just backfire? For one, Phaedra is going on to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Simply, she really wasn't on that show because everybody know it. Kandi, she not over there no more. So the door was always open for Phaedra. It was just Kandi had her foot up against it. So now that Candy's gone, that door is open. So I feel like Phaedra would have probably chosen Real Housewives anyway. It was just, that door was closed. But did this actually backfire? Because as I stated, Quad probably more than likely will not be on this show because they want people who are connected to Married to Medicine doctors. Secondly, with the dentist creates so many problems for this show, and reputable people who may even entertain being on this show just by how she acts. So they don't want her on the show either. I mean, the show wasn't created for ghetto stuff. You acting crazy all the time. So she is bringing this show down. So Phaedra, she back on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But did the plan backfire? Are they still going to be on Married to Medicine?